Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Stu, and today we're playing Hydro Hills. A series of stepped lakes form the basis for this new park. Your objective, to achieve a park value of at least 250,000 at the end of October, year 3. So a fairly low park value goal then. We've got quite a large map, but the terrain is fairly awkward. So let's have a look then. Is that everything? Can we buy any more? Doesn't look like it. And we've got no extra building rights. Okay, let's check on this. We've got free admission, so we're charging for the rides, and we've got some sort of water ride down at the start. Okay, let's have a look what we've got then. We've got transport rides. We've got decent selection of gentle rides to begin with. Good selection of coasters to begin with. A twist. Again, good selection of water rides, which is handy since we've got a lot of water, and a good selection of shops. So I think what we're really lacking is thrill rides. So I'll put all my research into thrill rides. It's going to start raining. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it? Right. So I think what we're going to do then is we're going to start building a path out, probably around the first lake, just to begin with. Let's open up that park so we're not missing any guests as they come in. We can use some of the water rides that we've got on the lake, and then we'll start dropping down the thrill rides around the place as and when they unlock. So I'm going to be gradually building my way up the map, leaving spaces for roller coasters. So because it's a value goal, we don't really care about guest numbers too much. Guest numbers will add to the park value, but not as much as ride stats will. So what we want is we want lots of rides with high stats, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. July, year 1, we've got over 500 guests and a park value of 112,000. So we're almost halfway at the goal. We've only a few months gone. So we've got the first lake pretty much done. So let's have a look then. We've got a spiral slide. We've got a drop tower. We've got a pirate ship just down here on this little pond. Got a little bridge there, another bridge there, and then we've got a swan boats, a bumper boats. We've got a trikes, and we've got rowboats, and then we've got a nice coaster over here. So it's called Copper Topper, and decent stats on that. That's what we want. So park value is mostly done by ride stats, mostly. There are a few other factors, but this is the bulk of it. Yeah, so one mistake that people make, 'cause I know some people do still struggle with the park value maps, is one thing that they might make a mistake on is rushing to build the coasters first when you haven't got any guests in the park. 500 guests is great, you know, to have coasters, because then you've got so many guests that are able to go on there. And let's have a look now. Let's have a look. Hide scenery. So we've got a nice full queue just down there. We're charging £10 a go. So that's fantastic. So that's going to help us bring the cash in. Some decent shop sales there from when it rained, and we've got the umbrellas. And so I think what we're going to do now, since we're way ahead of schedule, I think I'm going to spend the rest of the year doing the paths as much as I can. Ideally, the next lake sorted, but if I can go further, I will. Start putting them down, toilets, kiosks, etc. on corners, junctions, and yeah, maybe dropping down some rides if I've got time. But if I can just do the paths by the end of the year, I'll be happy, because then we've got 2 years where we can just concentrate on building. October year 1, 740 guests in the park value of a little under 90,000. So it has reduced a bit, but we're not worried about that because we've got so long to go. And look, I've done the paths for basically the whole map now. So we've got a couple of little bridges across the second lake coming up. Nice big path around the outside of the third lake, and the same again for the fourth lake as well. As I said, dropping down toilets, kiosks, adding a little bit of scenery as well, because we had some time just to make the place look a little prettier. A lot of litter in the park, so I've been dropping down some extra handyman. We are going to start dropping down a lot more as well. I know someone did comment that I'm really cheap when it comes to the staff, even though like at the end of the scenario I've got like 100,000 in the bank or something like that, and I'm still like being a complete Scrooge of my staff. So that is something I need to address. So yeah, I will be dropping down a lot more staff, hopefully, going forward. So speaking of cash, we are right up to the limits of the loan. So I think what we need to do now is something cheap and cheerful. So I'm thinking a looping coaster. I'm gonna do maybe my classic loops design just to start with because it's so cheap and so overpowered. And then once the money starts rolling in, then and maybe I've dropped another couple of rides down, I'll change it and into something else. And yeah, so I think we're looking pretty good so far. We're still researching thrill rides. I do want to research water rides as well. We've got tons of coasters already unlocked. So I think after researching thrill rides, we'll go into water rides and see what comes out. October year two, almost 1,200 guests in the park. Park value of over 220,000. So only 30,000 to go then. Actually, let's look at the finances whilst we've got that open. Have a look at that. Look, we were up to the maximum on the loan this time last year, but now thanks to the rides we've put in, look at that. We're making 10, 11,000 a month. All the loan is paid off, and we got 16,000 in the bank. Have I hired any extra staff? Yes, I have. Look, I'm not cheaping out this time. So let's have a look. And we've got silver bullet. So we had copper top down here. This one's silver bullet. So there's a bit of a theme. So decent stats on that, and we want the high stats because that's going to add a lot of park value. So we're launching out at 60. Ordinarily, I probably wouldn't launch out at that speed, but again, we want those high stats. Yeah, so it launches out into the loop, down, over the lake, back up through the loop, and then back around to the start. Something nice and simple, decent stats, decent value. We can charge a lot of cash for it, and it's making us a lot of money. So just over here then, we've got an enterprise we've also added a motion simulator there, sharing the exit with the pirate ship. We did finish researching, let's have a look. It's going all the way back to the start of the year now. We finished researching, let's have a look. There you go. So we finished researching thrill rides, basically the first month of the last year, and then we switched into researching water rides. But we've done all those now, so now we're researching roller coasters. But we have been dropping down a lot of water rides. So we've got the canoes there. I think that's the final one of the rowboat variants. And then we've got a log flume. Nothing outlandish with this one. It's called Hydra. Stats are fine. We just want something that'll give us some stats, make some money, and just add to the park value as well. So just coming up here then onto the next lake, and we've got the river rapids. It was just coming back around and I was a bit boring, so I added this little rocky island in the lake as well, just to give it something extra as well. So let's have a look. It's called Hydro Rapids. Again, decent stats, making some good cash. These are profit monsters. Let's have a look actually. How much money is it making us? Am I a liar? No, Hydro Rapids, decent profit on that. The capacity of them is huge. On this particular one, we got 20 boats, to 8 passengers per boat. So if this was full, that's 160 passengers. That's fantastic. And then we've got a top spin just there. So I've got tons of thrill rides that I haven't built. I say tons. Probably not. I'm probably exaggerating. We haven't got a go-kart. We haven't got a swinging ship down. I don't think we've got a 3D cinema. We haven't put a rotor drop down. Ooh, and a splash boats as well. So that's cool. Have we got enough room to put one of them down? So over here then we've got jet skis. We don't see these very often. So this one then, it's called Ski Bob. So this is one of the ones I built for my Route 66 playthrough where I was building all the rides in a 6x6 design. So with the jet skis, you can't build tracks like you can with the other ones, like like these, for example, to stop guests going all around the place. You don't need to, but I do just because I want the guests to come back to the station. So what I've done with this one is I've got scenery to box them in, so they have to come around. And it's working pretty well. Every now and then, one of the jet skis will just turn the wrong way. There you go. As if they're listening to me, and they're like, yep, still got the message. And then over here, then we have got a water coaster called Splashdown. Decent stats, just comes down around the bend and then Splashdown. Cool. Nice big section at the back. Yeah, I say big, it's not that big. It's quite long though. I'm thinking maybe a wooden coaster along the back there. Got a little space here for something. We'll see what comes out. Maybe a shuttle or I don't know. Yeah, and we got tons of space on the lake as well. So we only need, what, 30,000? Less than that now. So we're going to be fine. We're going to smash this. October year three brand new coasters in the one shot. What does that give us? We got a park value of 372,000 and we only needed 250,000. So we have smashed it. I've been around dropping down fences and some trees and things like that just to add to the ambience of the place, make it look nice for the outdraw and the thumbnail and all that sort of stuff. So we've got a swinging inverted ship added there. We've added a roto drop just in there on the as the coaster goes around. Just taking a quick look around the place, look at the fences and stuff. Ooh, it's pretty. Ooh, missed a fence just down by there. Oh, what? Not deliberate, but I can't like not do it. There you go. Fencing with stew. Fantastic. There you go. Done. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, just working our way back. We got a splash boats called Slip Slide. Originally, I called it Splashdown. No, what did I call it? Yeah, I called it Splashdown. Completely forgetting I've already called the water coaster Splashdown. So I looked at this bridge here and I thought that would be a cool place. I wanted something up here. I wasn't sure what to put. I was thinking of maybe a what do you call it, a corkscrew coaster into a launch, the Batwing style type I usually do, but I couldn't quite get it to work. So then I went for the splash boats, and yeah, it looks quite cool. Stats aren't anything to write home about, but it doesn't matter. It's all adding value. Stats make up the majority of your park value. And if you duplicate any rides, you're going to get a 25% penalty. So that's why we haven't duplicated any rides at all. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's have a look at these coasters then. So we've got this corkscrew coaster here, very simple design. It's called hydrophobia, which is, I believe, another name for rabies. A fear of water, well, a weird medical allergic reaction to water? I don't know. So yeah, it launches out into a couple of corkscrews, helix, background, and then we've got to cut back to finish. So we do have a bit of a space here in the lake, which is a little annoying. I think in hindsight, I'd have made the jet skis a bit bigger, but oh well. And then up here, nope, before we go to the wooden coaster, let's have a look at this twist. Oh, there you go. So it boosts out and it goes quite slow through the top and then does a second lap and it goes a lot quicker. And then it does a third lap. So it's called Brass Tacks, continuing with the metal sort of theme, and decent stats on that. We could probably get another lap, maybe two, before the intensity goes so high that guests won't ride it. I have dropped my my prices down now, so we got £5 for roller coasters because we do want as many guests to ride, and we've done it. And what have we unlocked? Nothing? Oh, there you go. Okay. So we do want, Sprightly Park. I can't remember what that was. So we do want as many guests riding the rides as possible because that will add to the value, but again, not as much as the ride starts with. And let's have a look at this glitch, which does annoy me on the twister with the booster. Look at it. It's like on the sprite, they've left a piece or they've left a black line in there rather than making it transparent, which is annoying. It's only from that one angle. Very annoying. And then we've got the wooden coaster just over here called Gold Dust. Decent stats on that. So it's worth comparing, actually. So if we look at the stats, maybe not that one. If we look at certainly this one, the stats of the two coasters. So the Twister has got higher stats. It's going to be giving us more value. And look how small it is. Look how cheap it was. This is probably, I don't know, 4,000 coaster to build. Maybe call it 5,000 with the pathing and the scenery. Compare that to the wooden coaster. And the size and space is taken up as well. But, I make it because it looks cool, not so that it would add value, because by this point we're already smashing the goal. So it comes up, then drops down, got this sort of weird top hat thing going over the chain lift, down into a loop. We're adding it not for realsies, we're adding it for the value, And I was amazed that it actually went through the loop. I didn't think it would when I was building it because of the height difference, but it made it through just about. So I figured when the guests are on it, it'll be going faster. Got a couple of splashes at the back, photo section, and then back to the start. Fantastic. Do you know, I think this park has turned out really good. I think it looks really cool. I think there's a ton of water rides, which is great because we don't build them that often. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe the splash boats we do, but we wouldn't normally build all these rowing boat things down. But, they are adding a little bit of value, even if it's only like 5,000 at a time or whatever. But, yeah, so this was Hydro Hills. I've been Stu. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.